Welcome back to More of My Words. You know, we got I won't say a special guest, but, you know, my dog back. You know, my partner back in the building.
Yo.
My guy, boy.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen, man? It's good to be back, bro. Ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's been a minute.
We back, bro.
You know, but we back. I guess I'll pop it off, J. Duke. I would love to say welcome back to, you know, to my guy Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons, man.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, they got the two things going respectively.
Yeah.
But I guess, man, what's your take on what's going on and what could possibly get them back onto the floor?
I mean, well, I'll speak on Kyrie first. I mean, it's similar but different situations where they're both in a spot where they're both making a choice not to play.
Right.
But I mean, Kyrie with COVID, and the vaccination, you know, of course, he has a choice to not get it. I mean, it's his body. He's a man. He can choose not to get it, but at the same time, he's employed by the NBA, so they have a choice not to allow him to play. You know what I mean? And I saw something. I think it was his live when he went live. I think he went live on Instagram, like addressed it. I think he said they may have made promises to him as far as being exempt. You know that. So I don't know. That's kind of hard to speak on if they did do that. But I mean, he's making a choice not to get it, but he just got to deal with the consequences.
Now with that, because it's certain things that I like to look into. Kyrie mentioned on his live that, hey, we were promised X, Y, and Z, and they didn't follow through with it. Yeah. Now, I would think with me being an owner or an exec of a company or a brand such as the NBA, Kyrie Irving is a platform. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And so him saying something like that and that reaches the mass media or the masses of people, audience, I would want to clear that up. Whether I said it or whether I didn't say it, I would want to clear that up. Yeah. Now you can tell me if I'm wrong. I didn't hear Adam Silver or any NBA exec kind of clear that up. Hey, this is what actually was said, or hey, we did say that we were going to do X, Y, and Z, but things changed because they could have very well promised that, and then things could have took a shift. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't hear an NBA exec kind of counter or clear up so that kind of, and I try not to be biased because I'm a huge Kyrie fan, but that's what kind of raised the eyebrow with me, that Kyrie would say something like that, and then there was no response, so there was no clear up from the second party, which is the NBA. Yeah,
I would have liked to hear something from the NBA front office or Brooklyn's front office, or whatever, clearing that up, just because. You know, if that's the promise he was made and it wasn't kept on the other end, then that's a big deal. But I mean, it's like I was saying about the vaccine. I mean, he got the choice not to get it. Yeah. I mean, of course, as a fan, I would love to see him out there, right? Especially with Brooklyn's team. I know Harden said he's kind of in between right now of knowing when to score, when to facilitate and stuff, and it just seemed like. They kind of had a good chemistry with just them three together. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, all that aside.
That's some big shoes to fill as far as a role player.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that third or fourth star. Yeah. That's some big shoes for a role player to try to step in the field.
Yeah. And then as far as Ben, just seeing how they played in that Atlanta series. Yeah. I mean, it was a lot of finger pointing amongst, like, I saw fans discussing like who they thought it was on. A lot of people thought Doc, got out coached.
Well, let's break it down. Let's break it down. So, what games? What did it go to? It went to 6 or 7 games. It went to 6 games, right?
6. Yeah, I think I went to 6.
6 games. Obviously, the biggest thing with Ben is his offensive game. Yeah. Well, his scoring ability.
Yeah. Well, I won't even say scoring ability. His I'll say unwillingness to shoot. I'll say that. Right. Because he can score.
Right.
I mean, he had a 41 game last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It's just he doesn't shoot. So I think that's just the main thing with Ben. And going into that, not to dive too deep in his shooting and stuff, because that's the biggest thing everybody makes fun of him about.
Right.
I think if he could just make free throws, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to shoot threes. Just make it free throws. He missed countless amount of free throws. But go ahead with what you're saying.
Well, the play with Ben that stuck out to me the most was, and it was 2 in the same game. He could have an attempt of a bunny at the rim. Yeah. Didn't even look at the rim. Yeah. And then there was one where he drove baseline. Probably could have went with the inside hand, or probably could have reversed to the other side of the rim. But same outcome. He wasn't even looking at the rim, and I think that's where Philly fans in particular are like, well, if this dude ain't even gonna try to throw a rock in the ocean, you know, you gotta think Embiid was having a pretty good series, but they're keying on Embiid. Danny Green, I don't think he was shooting the ball well that series. Yeah. And then they had some young guys. Well, I wouldn't say young guys, but inexperienced when it comes to the playoffs. Yeah. You needed your star in Ben Simmons to kind of to shine in that light, under those lights. Yeah. And then it's, you know, obviously the Hawks took him down, and then they got into the offseason. And again, as you mentioned, kind of the pointing fingers of at Ben. You know, what's your take on that?
I think, like I was saying, his unwillingness to shoot, I think he became the biggest target to why they were losing. I mean, I thought Embiid could have played better. I thought Doc could have coached better.
Right.
But of course, I mean, we got Ben passing up layups and stuff. I mean, he's going to be the biggest target. And I thought, as far as like, even to now, like with his choice of not playing and stuff, like he just got to look in the mirror and kind of hold himself accountable. I'm not saying like, what did you say, Doc said? I know Doc had said, because I saw the interview, but what did he say? Like,
somewhere along the lines that they asked him, could they see them being a championship team with him as a point guard or something along that.
Yeah. And he said he kind of wasn't sure. I mean,
what's your answer to that?
If I'm being like, how would I feel, or like what do I think about like?
What do you can the Sixers be a potential finals team with Ben's offensive predicament at this point?
Can they contend for a championship?
Yeah.
No. I think if Ben could make free throws, then yes.
Right.
But he becomes a liability offensively if he can't make free throws. Because we talked about him not going up for that bunny and stuff.
Right.
I think he was scared to get fouled. I mean, it was an easy dunk, but like, if you hack a Ben, you know, hack a Shaq. But if they hack a Ben, he, you know.
Right.
My thing, like Ben used to shoot threes in high school. Like he shot, I won't say he shot a lot of threes at LSU, but like he shot them. It's a confidence thing.
Right.
Like, I feel like he can shoot now. I mean, you see him in pickup games.
Yeah, the one pickup game.
He coming down here. Yeah. You know, he pulling, you know,
side step backs.
And you get
off the dribble.
Yeah, so it's like, it's a confidence thing. So it's, if he's going to limit himself and not get past that mental block, I don't think they could do it. I don't think they could do it. But if I'm being, I mean, he got to look himself in the mirror and kind of hold himself accountable. Because I feel like that's all Doc and is really trying to do.
So fast forward to now the situation that the Sixers are in now. You know, being MIA pretty much all off season, answering phone calls or however they were trying to contact them. You know, showing up late to practice or missing practice, acting out in practice. Again, as you said, Ben, you know, should look in the mirror and hold himself accountable. How do you think that has affected the perception of Ben Simmons?
He looks, his perception, I'm not saying this is who he is, but he looks like, it makes him look, what's the word? It's like he can't, I won't say soft, but it's like, makes him kind of like a prima donna, kind of like a diva, you know what I mean? And I read like a pre-draft report on Ben, and they just said kind of in a sense he was that, like a scout said he was that. I mean, he was the number one player coming out, and people kind of catered to him. You know what I mean? So now it's like coach and everybody trying to hold him accountable, and it's like, you know, he gonna show up to practice and be, you know, disconnected from everybody. You got to get put out and stuff. Like he's feeding into what that perception of him is. I mean, if I was Ben, why not why not, get up 1,000 makes a day in the off season, come back and try to, with a chip on your shoulder, trying to prove everybody wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's easier said than done. I'm not sure. I'm not in his shoes, so I'm not going to speak on. But like, I would much prefer Ben do that as a competitor, as an NBA player, because we see people like Lonzo and others that fix their shots and come back, and you can't say anything about it. I mean, people talking about Lonzo's shot. He came back with a new form. Now he's one of the best shooters in the league.
Right.
But now with Ben, he's kind of just taking the I'm gonna get at my feelings route. So
we'll wrap it on that note, man. Good first episode back, man. Miss you guys, I ain't gonna lie. Miss my boy Addy, my boy Dre. But this the first of many, man. And hopefully we'll be able to say welcome back Kyrie and Ben Simmons soon.
Sure. What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Duke.
My name is Mark Brown.
Hey, bro, come on, turn up, man. You gotta wake up, bro.
What's good, y'all? My name is Mark Brown.
Make sure y'all keep watching, man. We got great content on the way. Make sure y'all keep checking us out.